my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. It's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can't get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, son. Mike, 57. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, check 24. Oh, 80.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run. This is Cohen.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
57's the mic.
On first down, Darnold. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Darnold from the gun. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Briskyyy. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to throw, Darnold. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Check Mike 54.
Darnold down to throw. Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Dalton here from the gun. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mike, you're outside. Mike, spot 4. Lady, me and you all day. All day. Hey, Alpha. I'm coming after you. Mike 54. 54. Mike 54. 65, 65, 65.
Darnold on first down. That is caught by Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Wide. Get wide. Sponge.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it,
because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
58, come on. And here we go. Watch the pass. Tight dog.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton, open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Practice. 58, Mike. And I'm coming after you.
Take out 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
16 yards. First down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hands up. Wait.
They'll run with Drake. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Hey.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Lions first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Jack. Kill. Red 80. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up.
Bravo.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Kill. Lady. Kill. Turn up. Check 13. Check 13.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
51. 51. No 80.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
On first down, Drake. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
368.
On second down, it's Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Landry, the intended target. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, it's time to... Hey, let's go. It's time to crack. All you get is a head. Yo, 80.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
Yo, 80.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jared Davis able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw here, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll make it third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's coming. He's up.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Hands up. Lead. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Hands up.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry.
Complete to Jarvis Landry. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Heavy.
Check green. Slam.
Regular. Hands up.
This will be Dalton again. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 15.
Hot. Lead. Regular.
Right. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right.
Heavy.
Watch the safety creep.
Hands up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. With it is Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We got this. Mike 51. You must be getting tired of that.
To throw is Darnold. Buying time and a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
I'm trying to collect.
Red 80. Same.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Hey, over.
Pull it together. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
It's third down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hands up, lady.
58, come on. It's our time. It's our time. Right over there, right over there. Here you go.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
58, 58, Mike. Watch the slip.
2 by 2. Move.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. He finds an opening past the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Lady.
Yes, Mike. I got one.
They'll run on first down. Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Here we go, 10. Here you go, 368.
Crunch. Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Passing, it's Dalton. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Let's get that ball. Check 43.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
58, Mike. Man, I got you.
Dalton. They go screen. This is Ingram. And that play will go nowhere. Loses losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Here we go, Cam.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, pick your game up. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Regular.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing on third and long. Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now Brown. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Draw play. Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. On second and 9, Darnold over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Darnold now to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here I come again.
Hey, Delta.
Here I come again.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that's caught by Beasley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Back to throw, Darnold. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Cohen, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And let's pin the mirrors. Here goes 368. Back.
Back to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Get him. You got it. 58. Move. 3 balls.
Big spot. Andy Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Nice.
58, come on.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Lead.
Mike, 58, right there.
And watch the leg.
Back to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's get off the field. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, let's get in that room. And 58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They try again with Cohen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Darnold, his first throw in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears 40.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Quit talking about it.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down now, it's Drake. The tackle there by Briskyyy Calhoun.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So a big one coming now for Giorgio Tavecchio. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to